the official tournaments.
And they're showing a power shift as well. It's like, day one was Alter Ego, day two, and we wrap the day up. The second last day in the grand finals. Keep your eye on Yasnaya, Hora Esports versus Talon again. Let's go!
Whew, here we go. Last Wrangle for match number 17. Who's going to be picking a fight right off the bat? Which team is going to come out swinging? Who's going to explode and just retaliate in the battlefield? Okay, those are just some of the questions we are looking forward to answer as soon as we step into the Wrangle match here, ladies and gents. Of course, we're going to look at what the flight path is going to look like for this round. So it's southbound, obviously. And if you're going to be paying attention, of course, to the names that's popping onto the left side of the screen here, it's still Tony K at the, most number of the headshots. Oh, not Rosemary. Okay, so we are seeing some names again getting included in the roster here, but slowly Rosemary is getting advantage up against Tony K in terms of numbers here. I think Tony K is holding on to just the number of most of eliminations and most knockouts.
Yeah, Tony K's face is starting to show up more. But if they don't perform this round, then his face might be removed. So Vampire Esports, they need to do the business. They could drop up north, but that's what they expected. Zooming onto Yasnaya, the fight between Talon and Hora Esports. The ever nemesis between these two to be the kings of Yasnaya will continue.
Okay, here we go. Both of the teams looking to serve their revenge. Let's see who will be able to do just that. Okay, here we go. First spray, Talon getting damaged. Okay, but the good thing is, okay, they're still alive. Still time to use that first aid kit. Okay. Patch up those wounds. Stop the bleeding. Hora Esports, we got no fear on screen here using a bow. Arrow. Ooh, trying to shut down Ayok. And Ayok is getting some damage over there. Okay, slowly but surely. No fear. Changing his location, changing his position, and not giving up here on putting down Ayok.
Oh, but this time we might get a military base circle. Finally, it's about time. It's about time. So that means Yasnaya, this fight cannot take too long. If not, you're going to find it hard to actually cross over the bridge. But it will still continue on. These two teams, they want to settle the score. And so far, he has been favoring Talon, though. Let's see if Hora Esports can actually overcome this situation. So far, both sides, nobody went down yet. So anything can happen. 4v4 still.
And this is the circle that we fight. There will be lots of cleanup that will happen around north. But of course, let's check out what is happening with Hora first. So far, I guess they are doing better compared to Talon, but let's see if Sky can pull off a win here up against Ayok because he is staying on the staircase here. There goes the attack with a DBS. Oh man, solid point right there, hitting him with a melee, of course, to bag the elimination point. But from the kill feed, it's Talon again losing some members.
I saw the pan by Supreme. But Talon, they're not only busy with Hora Esports, now Vampire Esports, they want a piece of Yasnaya as well. Okay, this is unusual. Normally, Vampire Esports, they don't pass by here, but looks like they decided to. Want to recover more points, they're looking for targets. Going up to the next floor where Boyche is there. Boyche gets knocked down onto Nuzi. Looking for his next target, he still has the shotgun in hand. And there's the pressing Boyche. Waiting for the right moment to move forward. But Boyche will still get Nuzi. Here comes the jump in. Okay, Boyche, he needs to reload. Okay, they will close the gap between him and Boyche. Boyche is back up and Boyche will go back down.
Yep, effective jump shot coming through from Meowla. Superman! Oh, confirmation! Coming through that he's already out of the game. Looking at Hora still up against Vampire Esports this time because Talon is already out. 20K holding on to a smoke here. We got Shreds cooking up a nade, potentially shutting down Sky. And yes, sir, your best friend from Talon was able to get the point done. Vampire right now, Tony K focusing his attention up against Sleepy. Yes, he was successful with that spray, but not enough to take him out just yet.
That was a close one though. And now Shops is heading towards where No Fear is at. Potential 1v1. Shops with a shotgun. Okay, yes, his other team is together with him, so they will outnumber No Fear. With Tony K right in front of Sleepy. He sees it. But Tony K is getting low on bullets on his QBZ. He's stocking up. Alright, jumps out and turns around. Ooh, that was a close one.
Oh man, Tony K. A little bit close to the push there. Here comes Meow with a massive spray, but who did not even work out. No Fear amazingly just jumped with that shotgun and was able to get that point. Unfortunately though for Sky, did not make it out alive, but it's still okay for Horror. I mean, 3 is still a crowd, you know, it's doable. So Horror can still play it out, but Champion Esports are went up against Alter Ego Errors. Cass was able to dodge those 2 vehicles, but from the back, and it's not going to work out for him as he gets shut down by Alter Ego.
I have to say that fight between Hora Esports and Vampire, that was an insane comeback by Hora Esports. Crazy stuff there. Man. But Talon, okay. Talon has that one player left inside Yasnaya last we checked. Now with Hora Esports, after winning that crazy comeback against Vampire, now it's time for them to find that one last player of Talon, your best friend. If they find him, they take care of him, they will be back as the kings of Yasnaya.
Okay, your best friend digesting the information. He knows that there's a team rushing towards him, but he needs to get the timing right for him to even get a slight advantage up against his opponent. But then again, we're looking at the Savior over here. They've already crossed, you know, from the main island to the south part, but right behind them could be challenged by BTR because BTR is making their way to a military base, and the Savior is just waiting for like any team that would pass through the West Bridge. But you know, it could be a hard spot to defend just because of the fact that you know they could also deal with Sim9, FaZe, and even some from GG Alliance. So let's see what's going to happen next. But Sleepy, man, that was on point. Distracted his enemy and was able to bag that point.
Yeah, one headshot with the Car 98K took out your best friend, and Hora Esports becomes the king of Yasnaya. Look at this. Celebrating. Okay, one more emote, Sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go. Yep. Up and down. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's a victory dance. Okay, we understand why you guys are doing that because of all the pressure, adrenaline, all together, and winning the fight is it's a victory that is so sweet, right? And that's why everyone's just celebrating if in case they come out alive from a clash here. 1T. Okay, here we go. Unleashing his haymaker here. Oh no, he dropped. And well, I don't know what's gonna do in this situation because we've got another player, Mika from Sem9 now, does have the advantage over him. What is he gonna do?
And he only has shotgun below there. With that distance, the shotgun is not gonna be that effective. Sem9 just needs to find that angle against Woonty. I mean, I don't know how Woonty is gonna get out of this situation. But it also depends on what sort of circle we're gonna get next. Well, Woonty can continue to hide here, that's cool. So he's just buying time right now. Okay, and a circle time. Is Woonty still going to be in the circle? Somewhat, I guess.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw through his backpack, and I don't think he has any ammo left as well. Because you know he wasn't really anticipating that he'd fall, right? He'd drop from that height. And yeah, let's see if he can still defend himself. But with a shotgun, you are right because shotguns are good to use when you are in a CQC. But in this situation, it's gonna be hard for him. And well, it will be Mary, you know, for Mika. But in the meantime, we're looking at D Savior. Pathogen currently knocked down on the ground here. Mark Cariz as well from FaZe is facing the floor. Pathogen follows getting knocked down, but Chopper, oh man, he turned his back, and it's a good thing he was still able to stand, but unfortunately, he got shot down by Malakbik this time.
Oh, and the nail to Lamborghini. Lamborghini will fall too. Left two players for these area. They are rushing in on the red pole. And then the team's coming by. But this fight needs to end quickly. Third party by BTR. They arrive just in time. FaZe Clan not able to lick their wounds in time. And now it's only red pole on the other building. Hansja is close to him. Hansja created a smoke bridge. Rushing in towards red pole. 1v3. While Voxy taking a support role on top. But red pole will not go down without a fight. He takes out Hansja.
Yup, Red Bull still alive. Here comes Fox, trying to rescue him. Unfortunately, Red Bull again with an on-point shot, putting down another player from Bigatron. Now Federalis picking up an 8 here. Okay, here we go. What is going to happen next? Malakvik went for that pre-fire. Fortunately, it did not connect as well. FaZe was able to heal up, and oh man, that was beautifully done by FaZe. Federalis needs to, of course, defend themselves to save the team here. Federalis tried to move, but Bigatron had a little help.
Oh man, come on. Let Red Bull has his moments. But DRS now want their own moment. They're rushing on to BTR. Here comes Killer YT and Gante with example as a support player out on the hill. And they knocked out Federalis. Malabik, very low. Heals back up to 80%. But DRS, they know that he's inside. They heard everything. Malabik received damage from the fire. Only one more bullet needed onto him.
Whoa!
There you go. It came from Killer YT. BTR bows out.
Okay, Killer YT slowly showing us his form. And again, mind you, DRS was able to get 2 chicken dinners now, so perhaps they have still that momentum going on for them, which is, of course, absolutely fantastic. Now, looking at the screen, we've got Champions Esports trying to get a very good spot here, where they can, of course, maximize, utilize, and use to the best of its potential to score points here. But we're talking about like 2 members left, so it could be hard to pull off since they don't have enough firepower to go up against a full squad here. And that feed, we got Team Secret. Man, coming from hospital area, that is a long travel right there. So I do wonder if they're going to collide with the likes of Boing Donkey and even Tribe Aeromacy, or perhaps they would prioritize passing through the East Bridge, and that would be Horror Esports and RQ just staying there and waiting for any team to pass by. But yeah, I think RQ will have the best chance here to go up against Horror Esports first because they're already tanking the blue.
Yeah, they moved in. Now it's a matter of like what you say, whether they want to stay around that area to block potential teams from passing by the bridge. If not, then that's fine. Just get into the circle because there's a percentage of water in this circle, so lesser playing area for teams if they come in late. Champions Esports, they found their space, but this time they only have 2 players left, Atomic and Balja. But they're okay as long as they are still alive and don't see being contested by other teams. They'll be fine. Ahora Esports, welcome to military base. And the closest team with them was RRQ. And RRQ, they moved away as well. Everyone's just interested to get into the circle as quickly as possible.
Okay. RQ right now, since they're now entering the zone, potentially clashing with Alter Ego Eris this time. We got Hora. Maybe they could do a third party the moment that they hear those gunshots. But so far, Nerpeko, okay, they're just picking up the information. Okay, they know that Alter Ego Eris is there. We got Genfuz on screen just trying to get closer. But Tribe Aeromacy and right now DRS is settling their business.
And Alter Ego is going to play the gatekeeping role, it seems, playing by the edge of this circle. Rosemary receives damage. And gets away to safety. It's fine for now. By example, can't say the same for him. Looks like Tribe Aeromacy in a fight against DRS. Killer YT having that high ground. And Rick circling around, trying to flank DRS, while Trix will pick up Zol. And looks like both sides trying to find that angle against each other. Oh, wow, Void Donkey passes by. Oh, man. More teams here coming by. Better exit this area, but Delta runs over Trix.
Oh, man, that is a big vehicle to, of course, maneuver. Delta. But kill feed, okay, RQ has for you. We got QX977 down on the ground, and that was Gakor, avoiding Donkey, getting the point done. Gen Fuzz got shut down by No Fear. Again, we are seeing a lot of trade-offs happen from the kill feed. Tribe Aero Macy got rigged on screen, trying to flash out Keeler, YC of PRS, while Zeta, on the other hand, getting shot at by Yante. And then Void Donkey, of course, is trying to find a way on how they can effectively counter up against DRS. But you know what? DRS also taking the blue here.
Yeah, this is where they need to count their first aids. But XCY right now counting his health and his bullets. He needs to reload. XCY, you need to reload, my friend. Okay, it's actually full. But Rick now, with a short range molly, try to shoot them away, but they are not phased by it. Jumps in, gets the one knock. XCY now, mission. Forget on the side, sees Void Donkey rotating, and he's shot back at by Void Donkey. Taking him out just like that.
Here we go. We got teams dropping like flies at the moment. Tribe Aero Macy in an instant went down in the hands of Potato. 6 points now in the pocket for the side of Void Donkey. And the great thing about this is the fact that they're still a complete squad. So number advantage for Void Donkey here. Celcom DG Alliance, pretty much the same thing, and it's a good shot coming through from Olio, putting down Potato. Now Zeta cooking up a nade inside that house. Can he knock down any player from Celcom?
Ooh, okay, they are surrounding Void Donkey. And we have Jimmy OP opening up the space towards the right side, but this area is not in the circle. The blue will be on top of them. But Iftar is looking on the outside in case anyone comes by. Gachor will get out a look and say hello to the blue as well. Jimmy OP in the blue. Razak circling around, while Iftar will be taken out by Razak. Here comes the zone. Gachor will fall to it. And Olio spraying onto Zeta. Zeta shows himself. And Zeta, the moment down his vehicle, takes out Olio.
Man, it did not even bother him that he was the one coming from the blue. Taking some damage from the Blue Reaper and also doing some massive spray and still standing tall. Man, that was a lot. And that was such a great win, you know, from Void Donkey. And of course, we're looking at Celcom DJ Alliance. We got Kasim, only member that is active currently. Hands for you, still trying to, of course, defend himself up against Team Secret here. But great shot though, coming from Atomic, shutting down a player on the field. RQ losing some members, and there you go. Kale, look, just got eliminated by the Blue Reaper.
Lapar in the mission to save his teammates. RQ by the edge of the circle. Here comes Team Secret. Okay, it looks like Trungsin is carrying his teammate. Okay, while Frankie is trying to buy some time, opening up some space. At the same time, getting a point for Team Secret, eliminating Nepeko. And here comes Team Secret passing by. Hands for you, taken out by Frankie. The long-range support guy doing his work, but now it's time for Frankie to get in as well.
Frankie. Okay, Lepar. There's a need for him to replenish his backpack, and that's exactly what he's doing. Okay, popping up those smokes, which is, of course, a great thing to do in this situation, basically, because everyone's just running out of space here, and so far, Lepar doesn't have that much cover to begin with, and he doesn't want to get exposed, you know, to other teams that maybe is just lurking and monitoring the situation and just waiting for the right opening to take him down. But as for Kasim, okay, he was being a little chill, okay, inside this vehicle, but he doesn't know that Wunti is actually just close by and probably already saw him. But of course, it's a big question if Wunti can actually shut him down. But you know what? A Team Secret right now was able to put 5 in the bag.
Ooh, Team Secret 5 already? Wow, okay. And now they have the chance to get more against Void Donkey. Razak sprays, but Razak receives damage from Team Secret, and Team Secret with a jump shot. And they will get that one elimination point, enough to eliminate Void Donkey.
Team Secret getting shots from Mika, not connecting at all. Send 9 down to 2. We got Firen headed towards another location, perhaps trying to get close to where Team Secret is. You don't want to waste your resources, so you need to pick up those information. And we got Mika over here just doing a little bit of spray with his DP28 rather. And we got RQ on screen. getting eliminated as well, which brings us down to 16th remaining for stage 5.
Sem 9, Piran Mika, the duo within the circle. They're in a pretty good spot. They don't need to worry about the road that much. Waiting for other teams to pass by. They are pretty much in the clear. Yes, there's Cellcom DG Alliance, Jimmy OP, but he's quite far away. So as long as they can keep Team Secret in check, they'll be fine. Because Team Secret, they need to manage the road. So they're making an early move across it. So you don't need to worry about it when the next stage closes.
Man, Atomic. He got dropped by Rosemary. And we got Baljo over here. Oh, listening to the vehicles. He knows. Alter Ego Ares is already on their way to destroy Champions Esports. Balja, I don't know exactly what you're going to do in this situation, but perhaps, yeah, he is already driving away from this situation. I mean, he probably couldn't handle the firepower from Alter Ego Ares. I mean, it's a 4v1, understandably so, because, well, he's really stepping away and trying to get away from Alter Ego.
Moana almost got him, but Rosemary will finish off Atomic. And here is Balja against Frankie. 1v1, but Frankie, got a bit of assistance from GK the other side. Champions Esports, they bow out. Number 6, top 5 right now. Alter Ego, Team Secret, 7-9, Cellcom DJ Alliance, and Vikings.
Just like Adele, Team Secret just said hello from the other side. 5 teams now. Alter Ego Air's best team to get that chicken dinner. Frankie caught some bullets coming from Krypton and now facing the floor. We got Alter Ego Ares with 3 points in the pocket, and now they are looking at the Team Secret GK, who is actually just nearby. Team Secret is trying to reset just because of the fact that one of them is currently down on the ground, and that'll be Frankie. So I'm pretty sure that there is still time, but not, of course, if Alter Ego Ares decides that, okay, maybe this is the right opportunity for us, the right opening to charge up against Team Secret. But obviously, Alter Ego is also taking their time because they don't really have all the information just yet. You know, they don't exactly know the 1T is still alive coming from Vikings, that it will be coming from the waters. Kasim from Cedo Alliance is also kind of in a chill mode for now inside a vehicle. And Daybot, he is down south, monitoring the situation as well and picking up the vibes that, hey, maybe there will be some players that will getting through that entry point. And just look at Krypton dancing it off.
What kind of music will you put for that dance?
Sexy lady.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, let's see if Rosemary will be dancing up to this shot. If he's able to get knocks onto Team Secret. And Team Secret again managing the road early, crossing into the circle, putting themselves in a safer position. Though they have been pressured by Alter Ego, but Alter Ego, they don't have a good clear shot onto them, so that's okay. But they seem to be interested in Team Secret. But Team Secret can still fire back on the Rosemary.
Oh, you do not do that to Rosemary. Okay, let's see if it can turn into an apex predator in this situation. Okay, Rosemary trying to level up his gear. Oh no! Moana was able to find 1T, and now that is it. You know, best player to go to the latter stage of the match. 1T have already been eliminated, which brings us down to just 4 teams remaining here. 1 player for Cellcom DJ Alliance, 2 for Sem9, 3 for Team Secret, and 4 for Alter Ego Ares.
Ooh, with the number 4 that Alter Ego Ares has, obviously they have the best chance of scoring this chicken dinner. Unless other teams have something to say about that. Team Secret trying to get Krypton. Krypton skips away. Alter Ego, even though they have the numbers, they're not really committing yet because you still have so many other players in the battlefield. Now on the other side, don't see any other team wanting to make a big move. But we have Jimmy OB taking out Viren. Okay, that's a really long range.
Man, and is it really wise for you to open fire at this point? Oh, let's see. Okay. I mean, just because he actually went for a shot here, Alter Ego is already picked up the information as well. Okay, there's a player up there coming from that direction, just doing a massive strike. I mean, if we're gonna consider the distance, you know, between him and Sem9, it's really far. So maybe he can connect those shots, inflict damage, but I don't think he can get some elimination points from that kind of distance. And especially, it's already crunch time, you know, for all the four teams here. Stage 6, ladies and gents, and we are getting closer and closer to know exactly who will be crowned winners here.
Oh, GK gun down. Same goes for Frankie. Now only Trunks in for Team Secret active. And Firen was picked up. Now it's his turn to pick up Mika. Circle, it did move away from 7-9. Team Secret has the circle now. But on the other side, Alter Ego, obviously they can come into the circle. They know that they have a full squad strength. Charging straight on Team Secret, taking out Frankie. Trunks in as well, out. Alter Ego dominating and Team Secret eliminated. But wait a second. Okay. Before Trunks in got eliminated, he still managed to get the knock on to 7-9.
Alright, here we go. There's a big chance. Of course, Alter Ego Harris would be the winners for this round just because of the fact that, well, they do have the numbers, they do have the zone, and they are already feeling confident to move around in their space. They're practically dictating the tempo for stage 7 here.
Absolutely right. I mean, it's 4v2v1. They have the entire circle for themselves. Now it's really Alter Ego's game to lose. But Rosemary, he sees Jimmy OP coming in with the hovercraft. Just waiting for him to jump out of his hovercraft. No point spraying on the hovercraft yet. Taking his bullets. But anyway, he's trying to provoke Jimmy OP. Jimmy OP jumps out. Jimmy OP still okay for now. Rosemary got to be extra careful. He can be shot at from the other side. Firen will be knocked out by Moana.
Here we go. The demigod was able to get a point. Fire now isn't so hot. And that is a confirmation, of course. Kill coming through, and there goes Mika out as well. Alter Ego is looking for the final player, which is, of course, Jimmy OP of Central CG Alliance. Let's see if we can pull up a miracle here as Krypton now goes for a charge with its M416, ladies and gents. Krypton putting the nail in the coffin right there for Alter Ego Eras, and they are getting the chicken dinner.
And there was almost no way for Alter Ego to drop the ball there. And here comes the chicken dinner. Finally, in the grand finals, they scored their chicken dinner with one of their maybe latest edition, Moana. Whoever it is, I have no idea. Maybe you guys can leave it in the comment section for us. But Alter Ego with this chicken dinner. Back to be top contenders for the #1 spot. Very convincing round for them. They did not lose a single player. Although the circle was a tough circle, it's a military-based circle. It's never easy for teams unless you drop a military base first. And Alter Ego is back, this time by scoring 9 eliminations.
Oh man. Alter Ego Eras, we cannot even predict, right, as to when they're really gonna do good in a match. Because when they're in a killing mode, oh man, they can really rack up points. They can really put a staggering amount of points in the leaderboard, which is absolutely great. You know, it's always a treat to see Alter Ego Eras play this way. But of course, when they are on a chill mode, well, it's not really the best of games, you know, for Alter Ego Eras. But it's a great thing that we can see on the screen at Alter Ego Eras winning match number 17 in Erangel. So I just like trying to think if that was enough for them to take the top spot, or if we are also going to see a consistency, you know, and momentum coming from Alter Ego Eras now that we are about to step into the final round today.
Yeah, the games are passing by, so teams will need to step up, just like how Alter Ego is still stepping up here. Besides Alter Ego, Team Secret, Boy and Donkey, Faceland made it into our teams to watch. Interesting enough, Red Queen, that even though SEM9 and also Cellcom DJ Alliance, they lasted long towards that end, but they are not part of the teams to watch. So I guess it's because of the elimination points. To add on to that interesting fact point, Faceland, full squad time, only 7 minutes 53 seconds. But they're up here.
What? You're right. 7 minutes, huh? Maybe they went off and started collecting some LMs like they're supposed to, but not so much onto the placement points. I mean, you can go either way, right? Go for the placement or go for the kill points. So both are still, like involving risk. And so for head to head, okay, Moana versus Razak. I think this is like pretty much a fair stats, coming from both of the players here. It's not that big of a gap, so to speak. But MVP title, we got Red Bull back on the screen here, coming from FaZe, putting out 7 elimination points and 1,108 damage output.
Man, the guy that never fails to perform for the team, right? Still very, very strong. Not the first time that he is the MVP of the match as well. So besides Red Bull, the other top performers are Mr. Moana and also Razak and Frankie. Remind us how the theme song of Moana is like?
I forgot the lyrics, man. See, it cost me. I don't know if you guys. Oh, come on. I cannot even believe that you haven't watched the movie. I mean, I think we already have like what, three or like, oh, two movies for Moana?
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
already two, and I have not watched a single one. Okay, gotta get catching up there. Alter Ego. Speaking about catching up, they are the team that caught up here in the points. 19 points locked in. Team Secret, 11 points. Void Donkey and FaZe, and look at that. Only 1 point for placement Void Donkey, but they score 8 eliminations. Same goes for FaZe, and that's why they're up there. And that's why they kind of gate capped Celcom GT Alliance from being in the top 4 teams to watch this round. Interesting, but only 1 or 2 throwables used, but it's a military-based circle, so a lot of teams focus on to just getting into the island, and probably that's why the throwables used are kind of low this time.
Yeah. And of course, whenever the circle favors the south side, and we are happy. But after a massive performance coming from Vampire Esports, man, they only bagged 1 point, from this round. And as for the overall rankings, Talon's still at the top here with 133. We got Vampires on second. We got Alter Ego is moving up a rank here. Now, welcome to the podium stage once again. FaZe dropping 1. The Arrest, Void Donkey, Celcom DG Alliance, and of course, Team Secret with an improved gameplay for this round with 95 points helped them actually climb 2 ranks, and now they're on first page.
Ooh, and Alter Ego, with the podium spot, they are only a handful of points away from the number 1. Page 2. So Horror Esports climbs up 2 spots with 85 points. But we got a few movers down. Sep9, BTR, Champions Esports, and Trapper Messi all moved down 1 slot onto page number 2. And we are counting down the games now. 7 more games to go, including the next round inside of Miramar. Games will definitely fly past. So teams on page number 2, they have to pick up the pace right now. But before they do that, we need to take a short break. We see one last game today, and then we're done with day 3. And then it's only one more day, Reku. One more day. The race is really, really tight now for the number 1 spot in the Ruthless Invitational Showdown Season 10. Wow. Welcome back, Alter Ego, after scoring that chicken dinner.
Yeah, I mean, it was all a treat for us, definitely. And we love to see teams really going off like that. We love the action. Maybe that is why I really decided to be a caster for PUBG. I mean, I do love this game. And, the only reason why we have so many viewers is because you guys love the game too. You love the action coming from your favorite teams. You love the performance coming from your favorite players. So might as well continue on supporting, right? Showering them with love as well. And don't forget to hit that subscription button to Worthless Hype Esports because, again, we are now on our final match here for day number 3. And tomorrow, after 6 matches, we are going to determine just who will be crowned champions for season 10.
Yes. After grueling, like what? The playoffs, like there was so many days in the playoffs, and now obviously the grand finals. They're starting to count down the games, but also for Red Queen, 7 more games for you to make that guess. 7 more games. Is this gonna give you a clue?
Oh man, it's terrible. Okay, 2 Indonesian teams wrapping up. We got Nepal winning a back-to-back winner chicken dinner courtesy of the Real Soldiers. The Vampires as well. Well, they've done quite big, for match number 15 in Miramar, getting them a chicken dinner. So I do wonder if Talon Esports is maybe thinking, DRS already scored a double chicken dinner. Yesterday we did that. So are they gonna let the day end, or at least, yeah, day number 3 end with just one chicken dinner?
Hmm. Though the stats do favor Vampire Esports, Celcom DJ Alliance, Hora Esports, and Vikings, if you think about any of these teams, it's so hard, right? Sometimes if you pick these teams from the stats, like, they just perform differently. So I don't know. I don't know at this point. I don't know. But we still have to do our due diligence.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I would like to point it out there. Even if we see great numbers coming from teams, we don't even know if they're gonna replicate, the energy, the momentum whatsoever. Sometimes other teams go crazy and just kind of really set the fire and go berserk and getting those elimination points. So we don't exactly know. Sometimes, the stats doesn't really add up to the action. But just like what you said, Turca, we still need to pick a team here. So I think production should go first.
Yeah, let's let production do the picking first. Yeah, it's always us. So this time, let's flip the tables around. Okay, your call for the last game. I have a
um,
feeling. I know what they're gonna pick. But let's see. Let's see. I'll say it when they pick it.
oh well, you know what? I'm
All
gonna
right.
give a chance to Vikings.
Okay. See, production is happy that they don't need to go first. It's like, okay, you guys go first. Vampire. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going for. Let's go. 3 chicken dinners. The real soldiers. Let's bring it on. 3. Let's go. The real soldiers.
DRS, DRS.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go. I picked Vikings because I think it was a missed opportunity, a while ago for the team. They were doing so well, and maybe because Wunti was trying to save some ammos, we don't exactly know, because he started like really unleashing the punches, right? Instead of him just like sealing the deal, get the job done, get that kill point. Fortunately, it resulted to him having like dropping, from the top down below. So that was an unfortunate event. So perhaps they could pick up the pace, pick up where they left off, and maybe give us a good performance for the final round. So yeah, I'm giving this much faith to Vikings.
All right, and sometimes those teams that um, you don't expect them to score the chicken, they do. We've seen surprises before. Vikings could be one of them. So let's go Vikings for the sake of Red Queen Vikings. Wuji, do the business for the
Give
sake
me
of
a
Red Queen.
point.
Come
Give
on.
me a point. Give me a point. Yeah.
We have never had anyone, including production, score a donut the entire season. So please, don't give her that record.
Now I'm feeling the pressure. I am feeling the pressure. Sometimes you go for the teams that really is a top performer in a in a round on this map, but sometimes again, it doesn't really add up. Sometimes it doesn't really match the numbers and the performance as well. So hopefully Vikings, please, please give me a point.
Yeah, you heard that, Vikings. Okay, you gotta give that to her. Gotta give that to her, okay? Ah, if not, it's like what? Now, total of 7 games to go to make the prediction right. If not, we're gonna see a dance. A
Oh
dance,
yeah,
was it?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the,
If I
the
don't score a
dance.
point, if I don't score a point, then okay, I'm gonna put out a TikTok.
You know what? She actually wants to do that dance. I have a feeling that even though if you score the point, you will still do the dance anyway, just because. Well, not like the viewers will be complaining. They wouldn't mind seeing that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty cool song. I really liked it, and I have all the intention, of course, of really putting out a TikTok. It's one way of me really engaging with the community, and of course, like just having a good engagement. And I do appreciate, the some of the people in the comment section sending me DMs and just really appreciating the kind of commentary that we do here, Sir Cloud. And again, this is what fuels us, our passion to really spend time with all of you. To cast the tournament and just like have the engagement with you guys. Thank you so much for always being there and giving us quite a great engagement as well.
Yeah. And also, don't forget to give our socials a follow as well. Just saying. Okay, we're very easy people to find. And also the socials of Ruthless Hype Esports as well. Don't forget about them. When you're watching this live, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates, future live streams. Now, we're jumping into business. Mirama, the final match for today. Let's see who will set the bar for tomorrow. Here we go. It's going to be Mirama. Keep your eye on the power grid, by the way. Let's fly on.
Here we go. The flight has already been called. Let's check out where the flight pad is headed, and we'll see just like how teams are gonna go through this. But so far, so good. I can see it's gonna be a bright, sunny day in Miramar once again. I do wonder if we're gonna see some horses or maybe even camels again as their vehicle on this map. But it looks like we're just getting a slice down there in the middle. So yeah, I believe it's going to be the same areas here. I do wonder if any of the teams will be creative in terms of like changing their drop spot, or perhaps would love to test out a new approach, new rotation, new strat, new tactics. I'd love to see another drop clash happen. Which will we expect to win the fight? Cannot really still say.
Yeah, this is where it also depends on what sort of weapons they get the moment they drop, right? And that power grid fight looks like it might happen still. I see BTR overlapping with Trap or Messi. Yep, that's gonna happen again. But in Lost Learners, Vikings and Cellcom DG Alliance don't see any other team. Okay, circle happened to be centered around St. Martin. And on screen, here we go. We expected this to happen. BTR Tribermacy.
Oof. And we might expect another team to drop by the area. Let's see if that's going to happen. But yeah, this is an exchange between Tribe and Bigatron by Vitality here. We got Vox already positioned. He is actually pushing through this warehouse with an M249. Tricks did respond with a UMP, but not shutting down any players just yet. But there goes the two knockdowns. Vox, Malak, Big on their knees.
Two players of BTR down. Now it's only two left on the other side. Hanstill and Federales. See if they can make a massive comeback here against Trapper Messi. But so far, the win ratio has been favoring Trapper Messi in this fight. See if they can shift those numbers away. And for them to stay boxy, they obviously need to win this fight before they can do that. Now the Trapper Messi is surrounding them in this building.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Hans with a spray coming from his micro Uzi, not connecting. We got Vox still down on the ground. But yeah, Malakvik is already out of the game. We got Federales holding onto a flashbang. Could potentially blind Rig, but I think he overshot. Now, Rig is trying to make his way in. We got Tribe still taking a lot of effort here to try to flush him out. But Vox, oh, his time is already ticking, and we got Hands getting caught up, and now he is down as well. Federales low in HP here, but oh, he was eliminated not with bullets, but with melees, with pans, with axes and knives.
That was brutal by Trapper Messi. But again, early supper for BTR. I'm starting to see this trend right now. The last game of every day, of course, we are playing in Miramar and the power grid fight happens. It's always BTR losing it. And I I would remember that because I always mentioned about like, early supper for BTR. They're showing that trend for some reason. It's like the last game always doesn't work out for them.
Yeah. But 6 matches still to go for tomorrow. Maybe they're just taking all the information in, like maybe just jotting down notes, taking uh their learnings, right? Like maybe to sense like, okay, a team is going different on this one. They're changing their rotation, they're changing their plans. And this player right here from this team is actually doing good. He could be a potential heavy hitter in the matches. So I think those small and subtle changes in the game, I think everyone just really, really trying to up their awareness at this point.
Yeah, they need to have the highest of awareness, right? Since we are heading towards like the closure of this tournament, and that includes the Xavier. What is Xavier doing, number 16? If anyone were to pass by this and they didn't follow before this, right, and they look at the overalls like, hey, is Xavier all the way down there? Really? Have they not been playing? Have they only like played one day? They scored 67 points and then they skipped 2 days. Yeah, I'm sure whoever passed by would probably think that way because like the Xavier, very weird to be down there. I mean, even if you don't perform as the Xavier, I'm sure there will be a level of expectation for like, okay, you're somewhere in the middle, then that's kind of fine. Like where BTR is at, for example. But number 16 D Xavier, I don't know. It feels like they having an off day, like
Or
yeah, like permanent off day. I don't know.
maybe they're not that interested for now. But maybe, let's not put our hopes down just yet. Because we still got 6 matches for tomorrow, so perhaps, they could change their minds and maybe have a good breakfast and lunch so that, they are gonna be in the mood to play in the last 6 matches. Or perhaps, you could probably send them messages or comment in their posts and just maybe say, hey, we expect you guys to perform tomorrow, last 6 matches for Rootless Invitational Showdown. So please just let us know if you guys are even gonna have an explosive match, even if they just like maybe give two good matches for the fans out there to be happy, to not disappoint them. I think that could work for us.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that you put out, right? It's fan service as well. Besides like your own performance and your own satisfaction, yeah, servicing the fans is also a thing, and giving them something to cheer on and so on. And I know that okay, yeah, it's an off-season tournament and all that, but the fans do appreciate every tournament that they spend their time to come and watch.
Yep.
So I do hope that, like what you say, right? At least D Xavier, come on, give us a good round. Maybe this round will be that one.
Maybe, maybe. I'm really crossing my fingers for that one. And this is also, like a good um tournament to take some clips, for your highlights. Yeah. To show off, to post on your social media platform. But Sleepy actually well, got spotted by Levi's here. But so far, Levi's is not making a move just yet. Trigger discipline coming from Levi's.
7-9 Fearon, okay, on one side, while Yuhai's looking at Trapper Messi. Okay, D Xavier, okay. You can see that based on their movement, they are really taking this round seriously, taking the high ground. Yuhai gunned down, okay, by Trapper Messi from the side. Now Taxi is going at Xavier, but Taxi receives a lot of damage at the same time, supported well by Fearon at that high ground. Taxi needs that time to heal up. XYZ moving up, getting closer to Fearon, and he's able to reach Fearon. And Fearon, the support player, taken out by Trapper Messi. Now the rest of Trapper Messi rushing in. Yuhai will be finished off. Then Case to take out Taxi next.
Two out, two to go for the side of Sem 9 here. Effectively down by Tribe Army. So that was a good push with a vehicle trying to defy all physics. But anyway, we got a Sem 9 back on the screen here, and it looks like Mika is left all alone to deal with business. But yeah, we still got plenty more squads to go. Wunti taking some damage. Same thing goes for teens here. Now Superman needs to go back and rescue his teammate, but as for Team Secret and DRS, they're having an altercation. GK down.
And Champions Esports, okay, taking the blue, but they send the nade across. Tins will be knocked down. At the same time, Team Secret, DRS, having to fight elsewhere. Tins eliminated by Urkas. As D Xavier, they continue to want to take this high ground, climbing up. Champions Esports still in this fight. Not over yet though. Kino navigating around the smoke. They found the next target, and Brick will be broken down. For the Vikings, how many players left? Are they still in this?
They are. Okay, BTR was the only team that got taken out for now. But that is it. Bunti getting killed by the play zone. Perhaps we are already looking at just like one player remaining for the side of Vikings, but let's check out what DRS is doing at the moment as they go up against Team Secret. Example with a massive spray, first with a QBZ, but fortunately did not connect. That's why he switched to his UMP, and Trang actually making it out of 5. But you know what? He's been taking some damage from that nade, and now Example throws in another Molly here. Will Trang still survive?
Oh, and DRS now. The high ground. Oh, Frankie knocked down. Okay, okay. Example with the UMP on the rooftop. Can he actually pull this one against Zerus, who's on the second floor? One more to go for Team Secret. They're still active. DRS Gante with the nade comes in to provide extra support. While Killer YT will be picked up. He should be back up to 80% of health. Now looking for the final player. Zero shows himself, knocking down Example. Gante sees him. But Gante, not ready yet, waiting for support to arrive. And here they come. All in on the Zero. Zeros will finish off Example. Zero still holding on with the DBS. Everyone fearful of that DBS by Zeros. Delta rushes in, chasing onto Zeros, and finally DRS wins it.
This is our territory, says DRS. Yeah, but in the process, they also lost Example, but they did manage to put 1 point in the bag for each of themselves, so I guess they're okay. And still, they were able to mark their turf. Shadow Patron will still be theirs to defend if there will be other teams, of course, brave enough to challenge them. Talon, however, two players is currently out. Not exactly sure who they're fighting up against, but I believe those are the boys of the Savior.
Hmm. The Xavier still with that high ground. But they only have two players now. Challenged by Talon. Okay, Nate, as much as he wanted to move forward to throw that nade, somebody is shooting him. Wonder who's that. So, plan cancelled, allowing Talon to reset. Now, Axel will make that rush in onto Pyrogen, knocking him down with a micro Uzi. Nate, one last player that Molly will force him to move forward, showing himself. Axel still with his micro Uzi. And here comes Nate with the DBS. Taking out Axel.
It's a good thing that the Savior was able to buy some time, to go for that pickup. Atomic, however, got knocked down on the ground here. Both teams at the moment is recuperating in the situation. Natty could up an 80 here, pretty close to Axel. Okay, or your best friend, however, pulled out his shotgun and eliminated the opposition, which is of course the Savior, which brings us down to 12 teams remaining here. And then Shopper coming from FaZe Clan is of course dealing with alter ego errors. Coming off the kill feed though, it's Krypton versus Sky of Horror Esports.
Oh, with the high ground that Shopper has right now against Moana. That's a slight advantage. Just need to find the right angle. But before that, finishing off Daybot to collect their points. Baseline will still need to move forward. Here comes the blue as well. Rosemary repositions himself. Moana with the vehicle can actually make a go for it. Because he does not have any first aids. He cannot spend too much time in the blue. And that's exactly what he will do. Follow the tracks of Rosemary.
Okay, here we go. Moana, while driving, is putting bandages onto himself to make sure that he will, of course, survive up until he gets into the zone there. Canary, however, in that pink car, also rushing to head towards the safe zone. Tribe Aeromacy, you got Rig on prone, but is currently at the top here. 7 elimination points now for Tribe Aeromacy. Okay, so far so good. We see you.
Wow, 7 already for Tribe? Wow, okay, okay. All right, let's see how far they can go. So far, so good for Tribe. One. But now Champions Esports. Spot. Boy Donkey. Potato out in the open, but Kino is not able to knock him down. Potato very, very lucky there to get away. They're not totally out of it yet, as the rest of Champions now looking for Boy Donkey. And while that's happening, the zone will continue to shift. We go onto the high ground of El Pozo, where Talon is at. And it will go to the high ground. Talon on the high ground. Vampire Esports in the middle.
Okay, Voin Donkey obviously is taking some shots coming from Champions. Champions also a full squad here, so yeah, I do understand why they are feeling that they are up for the challenge here. But let's see if they can win up against Voin Donkey should they decide to actually come down from that mountain. On the other hand, we got Vikings, Superman, last player already getting eliminated. So they're already out from this match. Good game, well played. We'll see them tomorrow again for the final 6 matches. Shopper from FaZe also got knocked down by No Fear Horror. And now, yeah, with the Mini 14. So also, Shopper, we'll see him tomorrow. FaZe is still alive. Okay, they're still in the game here with 2 members. They already have 1 point in the bag. Let's see what Red Bull and Canary can do. From in this match rather.
Oh, while all that was happening, Vikings just got eliminated. The final player, Superman, out. Oh well, I guess Red Queen. Tomorrow's another day. As long as you have games left, okay? As long as you have games, anything can happen for you to score the prediction.
There is still hope,
Still
boys and girls. There's still hope. But okay, Salcom DG Alliance versus Champions at the moment. Okay, Kasim holding on to that angle right there, far from the rest of the team. XYZ is trying to escape, but fortunately it was a long drop, and now he suffered some damage right there. Rosemary, oh, this is gonna be exciting because Rosemary had already been eliminated. And Alter Ego Errors completely wiped off with only 2 points.
While DRS, nice high ground advantage. As long as they don't overpeak, they'll be fine. A lot more teams around this area. It's not too far away from the side of the circle. In the warehouse, we have Cellcom DG Alliance and Champions Esports. DRS, we'll be looking at this warehouse, waiting for exit frags or anyone to overpeak themselves. So far, Gante tapping away with a minute 14. But still no clear shot yet. But it's okay. DRS and their position, they don't really need to play aggressively. All they need to do is wait for now and let the zone do its work.
Exactly. Here comes Sony K getting shut down as well. But Delta from DRS Gaming spots two players from RQ. With a great vantage point here, Gante can definitely go for a push here with the support of Delta. But, oh, they have to be careful because they have to consider the fact that Tribe also looking to get into the mix. But as for Boy Donkey, they are already in the middle. And they're going up against Vampire Esports for this particular spot. So we will know just who will win the fight later on.
Aha! But this fight will happen right now. Boy Donkey Vampire Esports. Who's going to make the first move here? Champions Esports now in the fight against Cellcom DG Alliance. Olio will be the first one to gun down by Kino. The rest of Cellcom DG Alliance will need to follow up quickly. Ifta very, very low as well. And Ifta, he gets Urkas, but he gets countered back by the rest of Champions Esports. Champions Esports so far doing so good against Cellcom DG Alliance. And they are currently dominating with 6 eliminations.
Yep. Now all they need to worry about is picking up cast, so that they'd still be a full squad here, which is always an advantage, especially if you manage to get this far in the match. Champions continues to dominate with 6 points in the bag here, ladies and gents. Checking out the teams close to them. I think those are the boys, maybe of Misi? Yes, and the Silicon Detail Lines. Yes, sir. Donkey on the screen. Potato already out. Ray Zach holding an M416 here. The fight is not over, between Vampire and Donkey. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, still not. And I guess because this area is, well, at some point in the middle of the circle, and now still in the circle, that's why these teams are still here. But this area is going to be critical. DRS, and you have 3 other teams at the edge of the circle. Likely stage 6, the circle will move away. So this is going to be huge here. We can see that Champions Esports, they're starting to move away from their position. While Gante tries to find a side angle against Champions Esports, they come out. Jimmy OP is in the next building. Oh, he's alone here. Will he receive any assistance? But Jimmy OP does not need assistance. He got that one knock. But the follow-up came in quickly by Pubg, and Cellcom DG Alliance will be taking a bow.
Yeah, I don't exactly understand what just happened. I mean, he was on prone there. Well, maybe, yeah. You blink and you miss kind of moments. Atomic, well, he is facing the floor. Do wonder if pickup could be possible. But Kino, oh, this is going to be hard now for Champions, since 2 of them already got dropped here. Giante is just picking the timing here. I mean, 2 players from DRS holding a very good vantage point, and even Tribe Aeromasi could potentially shut down a couple players from Champions Esports given their position. So this is a vulnerable spot for Champions. And Atomic getting a nade from Killer YT just like that. Oh, this spells trouble for Champions.
Oh, and Killer YT at the top of this hill. They're trying to land his shots, but can't find a good angle. But they're not in a rush. They're not in a hurry. 38 more seconds before we see stage number 6. And there's a big chance that the circle will go away from this area. And that's where DRS, they can get exit frags from Champions Esports. Oh, but at DRS, they do have RRQ on the left side. Talon, they have their own high ground on the left side of this circle. And the ones that's closest to them is FaZe Clan. Okay, Ayo. Should be able to see FaZe Clan soon if you choose to peek out. FaZe Clan passing by. But Ayo is not making that peek yet. He's not taking the risk.
We got 3 seconds before the zone closes in, ladies and gents, and just giving you an update about the team's position. Again, Vampire Esports close to Void Donkey here, and they still continue, of course, to be the focal point of the zone. Talon obviously needs to come in here, and well, it's gonna be hard. It is gonna be hard since they have to greet two teams here, and that would be Voin Donkey and Vampire Esports. We got FaZe, of course, potentially uh having a clash with Horror Esports, and Tribe Aeromacey and DRS will probably have an exchange as well. You know what? Champion Esports, it is going to be a struggle escaping this very compound to like where they're staying at the moment. Uh oh, let's just check what's gonna happen next.
While we wait for that to happen, we're back onto DRS now. As what we discussed earlier, when it comes to stage 6, this area, part of it will not be the circle. So the high ground that DRS Gaming is at will need to be abandoned at some point. But they're waiting for Champions Esports to come out of that house. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. And YT spraying down, and we get one. Alja down on his knees. Champions Esports. I don't know how they're going to get out of this. The best is to create a smoke bridge, but how many smokes do they have now?
Only three. I can see from Kill Wiley's bag. Okay. Okay. DRS, and again, this is the situation where a high ground could be a double-edged sword because that portion is unplayable. They will have to give up that specific location and descend from the mountaintop, which is of course going to be hard because Tribe Aeromacey now has the power here to eliminate DRS. Let's see what kind of maneuver DRS is willing to show for us. Right now, they are inside their vehicles, probably headed towards RRQ. Okay, this is going to be a new challenge. As for you, did not even hesitate. Shuts down Giante. And the from Talent also goes down from Voin Donkey. And as for you, now looking at Killer YT, and was able to shut him down as well.
Ooh, this is a big mess right now. The moment DRS stepped down from that hill, eliminated by RRQ. Now you have the target. It's going to be Hora Esports on one side. Nepeko takes a lot of damage. We need to back off. Talon eliminated at number 8 for elimination points by FaZe Clan on the left side of the circle.
Man, 7 teams remaining. Gakora, Balja already out. Newsy with an effective shot. Tribe Aeromacey, 8 points in the bag. Pretty strong. Consistency is there. They're on point with the aim. Can they sustain this firepower? That is the big question right there. Canary getting shut down as well inside the battlefield. Horror Esports, well, you're looking at a full squad, which is always an advantage, especially when we reach stage 6 here, and looking at 7 teams remaining. We got No Fear applying a lot of pressure onto the other side. With that tap and fire, I feel like RQ is kind of distracted because they don't even know that we have 2 players from Horror Esports that's pretty close to them.
Ooh, but will they still have that circle to play that sort of strategy? Now that circle will close. Oh, Sleepy, gun down. Alright, circle. Someone in the open. Voin Donkey still in the circle, but now onto Hora Esports at the northern side. They're taking this fight against RRQ. RRQ rushing towards them as well. After getting the one knockdown, they're thinking that they might have the advantage. Here comes the spray of the Sky. Sky getting away to safety. And No Fear gets Lapar. Nice counter by Hora. Time for them to move, but they're also resetting themselves. Resetting Sleepy.
Yep. It's crunch time now for Tribe Aeromacey as well, but let's look at Horror Esports Supreme! Under jugular right there. Let's see if Horror Esports can still counter up against RQ. But we still got 3 more. Okay, 3 more players for the side of Horror. Supreme is the only player on the ground. Sky now picking him up. We got Sleepy as well, trying to recuperate in this situation. RQ's trying to do a reset as well. Coming off the kill feed, though, is Tribe Aeromacey going up against Kino of Champions Esports. We got 2 of them also knocked down on the ground. And whichever team wins the fight, well, they will be the ones pushing through the latter stages of the match. But as for Lapar, man, he caught that nade with open arms.
What a nade by Lapar. Onto Lapar, that is. And now Hans for real don't have the time to actually pick him up because he's aware that Supreme is charging. But Supreme, okay, he somehow stopped at his tracks. Probably by Nepeko. And Sky versus Nepeko. Sky receives damage. Now he has to reset. Another nade lob across onto Hans for real by Sleepy to knock him down.
Oh, this is a good run for Hora. 5 now in the pocket, but you know what? Champions Esports making a statement here, flexing their muscle with 10 elimination points. FaZe Clan, however, got eliminated with only 4. Now we're looking at 16 remaining. Champions Esports pretty consistent. Now going up against Tribe Aeromasi. Good stop though coming from Zaya, putting down 2 players from Champions. And here comes the jump shot from Atomic, but it did not work at all.
Oh, here are top 5 teams: Vampire Esports, Void Donkey, Hora Esports, Tribe Aeromasi, and RRQ. Champions Esports just got eliminated at number 6 with 11 elimination points. Now Nepeko versus Sky, as well as Supreme will charge in on Nepeko. One last hit is needed, and Supreme will end RRQ this round at number 5.
Hora continues to dominate here, ladies and gents. Let's see if they can make it until the finish line with the crowns up in their heads. Now we can see Vampire Esports slowly getting close to where Zeta is. We got Tony K with a DBS, and a good shot coming from Yola puts him down on the ground. We got 3 more active members on the side of Vampire Esports, still trying to take out Void Donkey. Razak on screen, effectively shutting down Yola.
So now Nuzi fighting against Razak, and Nuzi's pretty low. Who will get the last shot? Oh, it's Nuzi with the shotgun. But that celebration is short-lived because of no fear from behind. Now it's between Hora Esports and the battle player of Driver Messi Zove. Can he pull off an heroic move here? For Hora Esports, they have the numbers against him.
Hora. Alright, here we go. And this is such a great thing, you know. Before we enter day number 3, they are popping off. And the fans are already excited. You know, they have been waiting for them, you know, since at the beginning of the matches here. Let's see. Xiao trying to defend himself. Effective shot. Unfortunately, it was a great follow-through from Hora Esports, thus getting a second dinner. But you know what? Tribe Aeromasi was able to secure 11 elimination points of everyone. Like, these 2 teams just performed at the final round.
The Hora Esports, they have been absent, but they're definitely not forgotten. Now the chicken dinner falls to the hands of Hora Esports. 6 more games to go. Anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. I can see all the purple hearts coming up for Hora Esports. Hora Esports, keep an eye on this team for the last day. You never know what can happen. It could be Hora Esports with a big surprise.
Oh, crazy. Phenomenal performance, I could say, for the side of Hora Esports. Oh, man, it's been a long time coming. You know, we are really waiting for them, you know, to get that consistency, to get that gameplay. They experienced a lot of early eliminations from the previous matches, and it's a great thing to see, you know. How they bounce back, how they come back stronger for the final round here and putting up a great performance, putting up a great show, you know, for the fans out there. I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to go crazy in the comment section once again with all of your purple hearts. Yes, there's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of effort that needs to be exerted coming from Hora Esports. But then again, this guys not disappointing their fans today.
Not at all, not at all. With this performance by Hora Esports, they're just warming up to the last day. They want to do one of those dramatic entrants into the top. So Hora Esports, this team, don't forget about them. And maybe Sky will want to take away that number 1 spot at the MVP later on. But we'll check that on later. Right now, besides Hora Esports, Tribe Aeromasi, they have been on the rise as well. And another good performance here by Champions Esports, also a team that is slowly rising up. Vampire Esports, welcome back to the top 4. Although they didn't get as many elimination points, but at least Vampire Esports is starting to get the groove back again.
All the teams that hit rock bottom were able to do something. You know, we're able to improve their stats, we're able to improve their numbers. So I'm waiting if D-Series is going to do something about this, being them at the bottom of the leaderboard. Are they going to show up for tomorrow's matches? Well, that is, of course, what we intend to see. But we got Sky and No Fear going head-to-head here. Same elimination points, but yeah, Sky was able to put out, you know, a slightly bigger number here when it comes to damage output. But it's a fair contribution, you know, coming from this amazing 2 amazing players from Hora Esports, and that is the reason why they're so effective in the battlefield. It's because, you know, they're too flexible, they're too super proactive in whatever is going on inside the battlefields. But battlefield, yeah. And MVP of the match, okay, we just have to give it to Tricks of Tribe Arrow Macy.
And who needs utilities to be the MVP, right? Don't need them. As long as you're able to bring in the 5 eliminations and also 982 damage, that is how you can be the MVP. But besides Tricks, Sky, No Fear has to be here as well. 4 eliminations each. And also Zo, also 4 eliminations. So everybody from Nepal, the Nepali region, this time they dominate the top performer stats.
So technically, we have two teams from Nepal who have been carrying the flag and waving it. Okay, we caught some chicken dinners, right? So it's going to be an exciting day 4 and last day of the grand finals because, well, just like what you mentioned a while ago, at some point it was Indonesian Day, it was, of course, Thailand Day, and then now we're looking at perhaps Nepali Day, for today's set of matches, just because they were able to bag 3 chicken dinners, for today's set of matches. And again, looking at the match leaderboards, let's just check out the 5 bottom teams. Selcom, Viking Savior, the Savior 9, and Big Gatron all exited the game empty-handed.
Yeah, and a lot of big names, that including the Xavier. It's not supposed to be there, but it is what it is. But because of that, then that allow other teams to rise up, including like Hora Esports, Trapper Messi, Champions Esports, and so on and so forth. Now, checking out these numbers, 60 total eliminations. That means everybody fought to the very end. Nobody gave themselves away to the blue. 162 throwables used since our median is around 200. So this is a little bit on the lower side. But okay, those are the stats. Now, here's our overall MVP. Wow, it is still Rosemary.
Yep. After the tug of war that him and Tony K have been playing all throughout the matches today, it is still Rosemary at the top when it comes to the most valuable player. 29 eliminations, 81 utilities used in the match, 7,436 damage output. This is such great stats put out by, of course, Rosemary here. And for the average survival time, it's a total of 17 minutes. And again, it's a great numbers that we can see on the screen here.
Oh yeah, that's why he's still holding on to that number 1. But how close is the number 2? Even closer now. Number 2, still Tony K. And welcome Sky at number 3. And then we have Red Bull today with 2 MVP stats to his name at number 4. And No Fear as well. So 2 representatives of Hora Esports here up on the road to MVP. And the stats are not that far from each other. Ooh, if Rosemary don't perform again tomorrow, then there's a chance that his slot will be taken away.
Ooh, okay. This is interesting. Tony K has a total of 31 points under his belt. We got 29 for Rosemary, 28, 1-point lead for Rosemary here against Shrubs of Vampire Esports. No Fear, Sky, 27 and 26. So 2 players for Vampire, 1 for Alter Ego, and 2 for Hora Esports.
Right, now here's the most important numbers. So Talent is still at number 1. Vampire Esports 3 points behind Talent, and then we have Alter Ego 11 points away from the top spot. So that's the podium spot. But Hora Esports, after scoring that chicken dinner, we welcome them back to page 1. 108 points at number 6 at this moment. Point Donkey also went up a notch. Number 5 with 110 points. DRS number 7, 108 points. Sacom DJ Alliance 2 points shy from the 100-point mark at number 8 at this moment. Surely they'll be able to break that number by tomorrow. So this is the top 8, of course, because it's the grand finals. We want to see who becomes the champion at the other day. But page 2, lots of movers here.
Exactly. Tribe Error Macy champions, man. They did so great for today's matches. Do understand why they climbed up so many ranks here. And you know what? It was a slow burn, for Tribe Error Macy. They really exerted a lot of work, to be honest. They started from the bottom at some point and then slowly worked their way up, and now they're currently at 9th place. So that is a job well done, for trying to error Macy. And as for our queue, okay, they moved up one rank, but the stats remains the same. D Saver at the bottom with only 67 points in the bag.
Yeah, at this point, Xavier might want to consider fan service for tomorrow. Speaking about tomorrow, tomorrow will be the last day after like what? Many days from the playoffs. Still like tomorrow, the last day for this season of the Ruthless Invitation Showdown Season 10. And then we will wrap everything up and crown the champion. So it's a day that you don't want to miss. We'll be back live on our broadcast tomorrow on the same time and same channel. For now, my name is Sir Clark together with Red Queen. We'll be signing off and we'll be seeing you again tomorrow for the grand finals.
an apex predator in this situation. Okay, Rosemary trying to level up his gear. Oh no! Moana was able to find Wunti, and now that is it. You know, best player to go to the latter stage of the match. Wunti have already been eliminated, which brings us down to just 4 teams remaining here. One player for Celcom DG Alliance, 2 for Sem9, 3 for Team Secret, and 4 for Alter Ego Ares.
Ooh, with the number 4 that Alter Ego Ares has, obviously they have the best chance of scoring this chicken dinner. Unless other teams have something to say about that. Team Secret trying to get Krypton. Krypton skips away. Alter Ego, even though they have the numbers, they're not really committing yet because you still have so many other players in the battlefield. Now on the other side, don't see any other team wanting to make a big move. But oh, we have Jimmy OB taking out Viren. Okay, that's a really long win.
Man, and is it really wise for you to open fire at this point? Oh, let's see. Okay. I mean, just because he actually went for a shot here, Alter Ego is already picked up the information as well. Okay, there's a player up there coming from that direction, just doing a massive strike. I mean, if we're gonna consider the distance, you know, between him and Sem9, it's really far. So maybe he can connect those shots, inflict damage, but I don't think he can get some elimination points from that kind of distance. And especially, it's already crunch time, you know, for all the 4 teams here. Stage 6, ladies and gents, and we are getting closer and closer to know exactly who will be crowned winners here.
Oh, GK gun down, same goes for Frankie. Now only Trunks in for Team Secret active. And Viren was picked up. Now it's his turn to pick up Mika. Circle, it did move away from Sem9. Team Secret has the circle now. But on the other side, Alter Ego, obviously they can come into the circle. They know that they have a full squad strength. Charging straight on Team Secret, taking out Frankie. Trunks in as well, out. Alter Ego dominating and Team Secret eliminated. But wait a second. Okay. Before Trunks in got eliminated, he still managed to get a knock on to Sem9.
Alright, here we go. There's a big chance. Of course, Alter Ego Ares would be the winners for this round just because of the fact that, well, they do have the numbers, they do have the zone, and they are already feeling confident to move around in their space. They're practically dictating the tempo for stage 7 here.
Absolutely right. I mean, it's 4v2v1. They have the entire circle for themselves. Now it's really Alter Ego's game to lose. But Rosemary, he sees Jimmy OP coming in with a hovercraft, just waiting for him to jump out of his hovercraft. No point spraying on the hovercraft yet. Taking his bullets, but anyway, we're trying to provoke Jimmy OP. Jimmy OP jumps out. Jimmy OP still okay for now. Rosemary got to be extra careful. He can be shot at from the other side. Viren will be knocked out by Moana.
Here we go. The demigod was able to get a point. Fire now isn't so hot. And that is confirmation, of course. Kill coming through, and there goes Mika out as well. Alter Ego is looking for the final player, which is, of course, Jimmy OP of Celcom DG Alliance. Let's see if we can pull up a miracle here as Krypton now goes for a charge with its M416, ladies and gents. Krypton putting the nail in the coffin right there for Alter Ego Ares, and they are getting the chicken dinner.
And there was almost no way for Alter Ego to drop the ball there. And here comes the chicken dinner. Finally, in the grand finals, they scored their chicken dinner with one of their maybe latest edition, Moana. Whoever it is, I have no idea. Maybe you guys can leave it in the comment section for us. But Alter Ego with this chicken dinner, back to be top contenders for the #1 spot. Very convincing round for them. They did not lose a single player. Although the circle was a tough circle, it's a military-based circle. It's never easy for teams unless you drop in military base first. And Alter Ego is back, this time by scoring 9 eliminations.
Oh man. Alter Ego Ares, we cannot even predict, right, as to when they're really gonna do good in a match. Because when they're in a killing mode, oh man, they can really rack up points. They can really put a staggering amount of points in the leaderboard, which is absolutely great. You know, it's always a treat to see Alter Ego Airs play this way. But of course, when they are on a chill mode, well, it's not really the best of games, you know, for Alter Ego Airs. But it's a great thing that we can see on the screen at Alter Ego Airs winning match number 17 in Erangel. So I just like trying to think if that was enough for them to take the top spot, or if we are also going to see a consistency, you know, and momentum coming from Alter Ego Airs now that we are about to step into the final round today.
Yeah, the games are passing by, so teams will need to step up, just like how Alter Ego is still stepping up here. Besides Alter Ego, Team Secret, Boing Donkey, Faceland made it into our teams to watch. Interesting enough, Red Queen, that even though Sem9 and also Cellcom